guest is one of the greatest clowns this country or any country has ever produced. He has that rare quality. He can make you laugh and he'll make you cry within seconds. What can I say? I'm delighted to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, Norman Wisdom! People laugh now. You've been making people all your life. When did you realise that you could do this? That you had this special gift? Did you go back to the army or as a child? Or
I started, well, I had a very rough childhood. I was born in very sorry circumstances. No, I was. No, really, you know, both of my parents were very sorry. No, I'm being true. I was born in London, and I went to school in Scotland. God, I used to be dead tired when I got home at night.
What about this jogging? Do you go jogging?
Oh, yeah. Of course. No, but no, I don't jog for a couple of miles. I jog for 300 or 400 yards, and then walk for 300 yards or so, and then I have another jog, and then I have to drop in the field and have a kip. So... But no, I like playing golf.
Yeah.
And I play table tennis when it's raining. When it's raining.
I just want to, for a moment, not remind everybody, but you, Norman, have become a star around the world. You've met people like Marilyn Monroe. She kissed you, didn't she, Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, well, she was walking along the passage. Well, she'd been on the set and watched me doing some film, and I'd been on, and we hadn't been introduced properly, and she was coming along the passage one day, and I was going the other way, and she looked and smiled, and I went like that and smiled at her a bit shyly, and she came up, she lifted me up and kissed me. It wasn't on the cheek, you know, right on the gob. Oh.
From the gob?
Yeah, and hard. No messing about, you know, boof, yeah. And,
so you've had your moments, Norman.
It was painful, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Listen, yeah. I mean, you're doing so much. You've got a nationwide tour, you've written your life story, and you've got a new video. What do you want to talk about? We've only got you know...
Well, the autobiography, well, it's coming out of W.H. Smith's.
I don't know what ambitions you can have left, I'm sure...
And the song, you know, what, can I sing a song?
Well, we don't have time for singing songs.
Oh, no.
We don't have any music, Norman.
Well, I can do it without the music, because I wrote the words and they don't know the music.
Do you need an announcement or anything?
No, falling, it's a sort of a country and western. Falling in love is a youthful delight. It starts just before you leave school. It could even start sooner if it weren't for the fact that you're frightened of looking a fool. Then, hey presto, there's a change. You begin to feel proud, 'cause you've chosen a partner and you're out of the crowd. Now you hold hands gently to show that you care, and with a shy little kiss, you start an affair. Now the first time I fell in love could only be classed as superb. The second affair was also quite nice, but the one I liked best was the third. Although 4 I was sure would be top of the list, it was beaten by 5, 6, and 7. And when 8 was perfection with all that I wished, number 9 must have dropped in from heaven. And as the list grew bigger, it became just a habit. Any chance of a date, couldn't wait, I'd just grab it. So I made up my mind to be much more fastidious and try to avoid all the ones that were hideous. Then later my age was reaching the stage where the choice had to be more elastic. They were wrinkled and aging, their faces need caging, but to get one at all was fantastic. So, then common sense showed me the way. Said I mustn't be greedy no more. Settle down with one only, then never feel lonely, with a wife and some kids out the door. So I started to court an old hag, 'cause I knew it was time to get wed. But then when I asked it, she said I was past it, and that made me wish I was dead. But I'm still trying hard, and nobody's bored. So I thought that I ought just to mention that with no luck so far, whoever you are, I've got a small house and a pension.
I'm not letting you go yet. You can't go yet. We're out of time, but I just got to check one thing. When he was on the show about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, he said he was going to tell a joke, and he started giggling. I said, look, we stopped the tape. I said, you can't tell if you're going to laugh. And he tried to tell it, and he couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, yeah.
So I wondered, have you learnt yet to tell a joke without laughing? Because you enjoy it so much.
Well, as I said, I used to tell jokes, but they used to be so funny, I couldn't help laughing at them myself. But I am all right now, because I remember I laughed at you, I couldn't tell it. But I really have been
Stand up and tell a joke. Without laugh.
There's no problem.
Stand up and tell a joke.
No problem.
Stand up, just tell a joke. You want me now?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch you. You stand up. I'm going to watch you to see whether you laugh. I'll get out of shot.
No, don't try to tease me into it.
No.
No, because...
You mustn't laugh.
No, I was... No, I think it's an amusing joke. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw some man laying in the road with his ear to a manhole cover. So I went over to him and I said, what are you doing down there, you see? And he looked up and he said, "You have a I was walking down the street the other day, and I saw some man laying in the road with his little mouth. I was walking down the street the other day, and I saw some man laying in the road with his ear to a manhole cover. I went over to him and I said, what are you doing down there? And he said, here, you have a listen. I got down, I put my hand to the wheel, I put my ear to the manhole cover. I said, I can't hear anything.
No, have you finished? Hurry up and finish. He's going to try it one more time.
Oh, no, he said... I said to him, I can't hear anything. And he said, I know. He said, it's been like that all bloody day.